What's going on, all you wild Apple TV enthusiasts out there? Your two favorite Chicagoland uncles are back tonight, and we're back to talk about a good series, an all new series that premiered just a few months back. It's been highly talked about by everybody binging the show, and of course, with the setting, the New England setting, and the horror aspect to it, that me and Logan here would be very intrigued and would want to check it out. And we are happy that we have binged the first season here, and we're about to review
Widows
Widow's
Bay.
Bay.
What town doesn't have a checkered past?
Was there cannibalism?
No. I don't think that's right.
A lot of buzz going around the show, word of mouth. Again, people at work were talking about this. Some of the movie groups I'm in talking about this back in like April, May. So ended up checking it out, binging this in a few days, told you about it, how amazing it was. And now it's blowing up. It's everywhere. Everybody's talking about the show. Really incredible stuff here. Katie Dippold, the one that did Parks and Rec, is at the helm with this series on Apple TV. Have Matthew Rhys, Kate O'Flynn, Kevin Carroll, Stephen Root as well.
Wick.
Great ensemble here, but takes place on this New England island. Matthew Rhys plays the mayor, much like the mayor of Jaws. It reminded me of kind of a doofus, person you don't like. The town doesn't like him, and he's the mayor of this town. Sets up him and his family. There's this, supernatural entity around this island that's been going on for like a generation, for a long time, and amidst all of this, introduces the rest of the characters, all different quirky characters in the show. It reminded me of a lot like Twin Peaks kind of setting, odd, weird people, weird situations, and really thrown a lot into this series. It's, a comedy, a drama, a horror series, supernatural, psychological, a lot of different elements thrown into the series into a really fantastic, run here, with really blown away by this, the whole setting, everything, the characters that show up along the way. And yeah, Matthew Rhys, we just talked about him not too long ago, that Netflix series. He's really getting better and better with each character. He plays Tom Loftus in this, and he's really kind of a peculiar character.
Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I'm with you with everything that you said about this show. I love the setting and the vibe from it. I love the artwork there. Reminds me a lot of like Stephen King. Like this feels like something that Stephen King would have written, very much in the vein of Stephen King, and reminded me a lot of, one of our favorite directors' works too, The Fog in particular, John Carpenter. Just the island and the supernatural feel. The show really was able to capture that very well. And the characters, like you mentioned, very quirky. Everybody's has a different personality. You have the people that are really superstitious, and then you have, like the town, like crazy people that nobody believes, but are actually the ones that know the truth and are trying to tell everybody nobody believes them though. And then Matthew Rhys, he's always great here, and in this, it's no different. He's playing the mayor, and he's, yeah, like you mentioned, he's kind of like a bumbling, having trouble convincing the town that he can lead and be a good mayor for them. And people are trying to tell him about this stuff happening at Widow's Bay. And at first he's skeptical until he's kind of thrust in the middle of it and he discovers something within that pilot episode. And then each episode kind of builds off what you see in the first episode. And I liked how the way they wrote this show, like each episode had kind of a different spin on it, as you will. We got the slasher episode. You kind of got a different episode. So I really liked how that, how it was set up that way and written for these, great characters. Stephen Root, like we mentioned. Rosemary, the character played by Dale Dickey, a very recognizable face, an actress that shows up in everything. And like she's finally getting kudos for her role in this. She's really terrific in this show, as is Matthew Rhys, like we said, of course, and Kate O'Flynn as Patricia. That's Tom's kind of backup on everything. She, works with him, and they're trying to put the pieces together and figure out what's going on together. They make a really good pairing, and love that episode with her specifically, in the tavern where they start tripping and there's a dance party and she's throwing a party and everything goes wrong. Really cool stuff here. Yeah, just this show is just phenomenal from start to finish. It just got better and better as it went on and went to some places that I wouldn't have been able to predict. And yeah, I had a great time with this show. This was one that everybody was talking about, like you said. And I'm glad that we finally did give it a chance here because I really enjoyed this and you did too.
Every time I go back to Apple TV, I'm hoping for like a new season to drop, surprising. I'm like, oh my God, a new season. That's how much I love the show. It's so many different
Yeah.
elements in the show, so many quirky characters, much in the same vein. There's like Twin Peaks, as I was saying earlier, all the fog, Jaws, the list goes on and on. Definitely a love letter to those, greats of the past, and also throwing a new modern vibe on it, I guess. And there's a lot of stuff they throw at you in this, having to do with the sea hags, killer clowns. The mass murderer slasher episode was probably my favorite towards the end. The zombie, the reanimated corpse, which reminded me of the fog. And,
Yeah.
just this whole kind of aura around the island itself, supernatural force, demonic island-wide entity, which was really had a spooky vibe to it throughout, kind of lingering in the background and seeing what happens to these people. And Wick, Stephen Root figuring it out and working with Tom and trying to get to the bottom of this and stop it once and for all, which kind of opens up this, the side story with Tom and his son and the family and what that all has to do with. Really cool, really excellent writing. A lot of stuff I didn't see coming, a lot of twists and turns along the way. The whole score, music of this setting, absolutely loved it. I'm always attached to the island, kind of New England town stories, and I was invested from the get-go of this. And never let me go. I want more of this. I want another season. Don't sleep on this, folks. Definitely go check this out, binge it like we did, and have a great time with this. This, in my opinion, has been the best show of 2026 thus far for new shows. For me, definitely the top of the list. No complaints about this. I just want more of it. Loved everything, the whole world, all the quirky characters, and all everything that happens with these characters on this island. So that being said, I'm gonna give Widow's Bay an Apple TV. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Matthew Rhys hair pieces.
Well, perfect. 5 out of 5. I'm gonna have to agree with you. This show had it all, something for everybody, different genre and within each episode. The atmosphere that they're able to capture, the great cinematography, the score here, the acting, the ensemble, so much to like. Hamish Linklater
There you go,
showing up.
close. Yep.
Yes, Hamish Linklater showing up here, always love seeing him pop up in things. He's popped up in some of Mike Flanagan's works, and seeing him in this was like awesome, solidifying himself, along with, other horror stars of today. And yeah, this show was awesome. This was a great binge. I want to revisit this one. I feel like I missed some things from the first viewing here. I'd like to go back and, redo it after watching the whole thing because the clues are there. It's just kind of putting them all together. It'll be a different viewing the second time. Happy to say this one was quickly renewed for a season 2. So bravo to Kate Lippold, Matthew Rhys, and the great ensemble, everybody involved. And we'll see you for season 2. So with that being said, I too am going to give Widow's Bay a perfect 5 out of 5 Matthew Rhys hair pieces.
Perfect score. It's rare that we do that. And that's just saying something, folks. Definitely check this out. If you love drama, if you love comedy, if you love horror, you love suspense, you love supernatural, all that fun stuff wrapped into one, you'll have a great time with this. So definitely check it out. We'll be back for season 2 when that drops to talk about it. This might be fun to rewatch it around 31 Days of Horror and maybe do a quick recap after a second viewing and stuff we didn't see the first time around.
Yeah, I'm down. We can deep dive into the episodes, kind of talk about them one by one. That'll be awesome.
Hell yeah. Put it on the list, folks. Want to hear
Okay.
from all you wild ghouls out there. What did you like about Widow's Bay? What didn't you like about it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to stab, whoosh, subscribe. Also, check out these wild New Englanders on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for latest, greatest TV and movie news and reviews.
Thank you guys so much for watching our review of Widow's Bay Season 1. We'll see you back again to talk more Widow's Bay and the 31 Days of Horror coming in just a few months. Until then, I'm Uncle Henry.
And I'm Uncle Logan, signing out to the next TV review. Cheers!
Cheers!